Hey guys, what's going on? Jester here, and I'm going to make this very short and sweet at the beginning of this. Thank you so much for all the support you gave me on my minitage. I can't wait to make more for you guys to see all the support I get on those. Other than that, the video today is just to talk about a little bit about how YouTube commentating actually really does work, and if you're new to it, and why do you say and a lot. It's normally how you speak outside of school, or in school, whatever you want to talk about with your friends. Like I just said, that is natural. It comes every now and again because you're either thinking of what to say or you don't know what to say, or there's another idea that it's how you talk, like how you would talk to friends in school, like, yo man, what you do? Like, you don't use proper grammar, and it screws up most of your commentaries, and you get very aggravated. I know I did when I first started because all my commentaries were very off and very not organized how I would want them to be. And I know it gets frustrating, but all you gotta do is keep practicing and it will come better in time. As you all know, I started off and I was crappy at commentaries, and now it's getting so much better, and it literally does help if you think with your mind more than you do with writing. I try to memorize a lot of things with my mind, so I memorize what I want to say instead of writing it out and reading it. I do all these just off the top of my head, just off, and that's why I usually ramble about a lot of things. It's another thing that you guys don't want to do. Don't ramble. Pick certain topics for each video, like mine, how to be good at YouTube commentaries, how to get better at them, how does it work out. It it works on a simple process I figured out through my own experience. Like I said, of the brain, it's very mental more than physical. You want to think of words to say, but you also want to say words that you have already planned to say, and it mixes up your mind at the same time. So you go, and then you remember which one you wanted to say more. That's why you gotta use just your brain. Use the ones that you are thinking off the top of your head, or use the ones that are coming out of your mouth. And like I said, I do this all off the top of my head. This, I did not plan it. I did not memorize anything. This is all coming off the top of my head. And to the point of that is that when you commentate for a while, you will get to the habit that you just say words constantly, and you won't know that you're not saying and or You just go with it. You get a fluent, like, it's like you're fluent in the language basically. You're fluent in commentating. You just commentate over everything, and it gets so fluent that it comes out, and it's like you're normally talking to someone or teaching a lesson, I guess. If you do that, in my school we get to teach lessons sometimes. We've done it a couple times this marking period or semester, whatever you want to call it, whatever you would want to call it in high school, you know. And it all, when you do a presentation in high school, if you're not in high school yet, I'm warning you this: either write something down, or if you didn't write anything down, make sure you can get things off the top of your head that sound good and actually are good to say, and you can get a good grade on it. I usually write stuff down on note cards, memorize it, and then come out with it. Or if I'm working with a partner, we switch back and forth, but I know what I want to say, we've planned it out, and that's how I do it. When I do a speech or a commentary, because I usually do speeches around my friends, for something that you guys probably don't understand, me and my friends do parkour, and we all do a prayer to make sure that we're safe and don't get hurt that day. Sounds kind of stupid, I know, but it does help if you try to do more public speaking when you go to, if you want to be a YouTube commentator. Do a lot more public speaking. Try to present stuff more in class that are all off the top of your head, and it should help a lot. Like, Voy HD told me a lot of things that would help, and then I just watched his Call of Duty commentary, and it wasn't bad, but he was doing all the same things that I was doing, like and or, like, back and forth, and all that. He did that a lot, and I noticed that very early on in the commentary he did with my gameplay, and it was a pretty good, honestly, commentary. Like I was saying, he was talking about the clan, and at least he had a topic down. Usually people just ramble off random ideas, but no, he had a topic down. But it was his first time doing a commentary, so I know how it can feel to be a little awkward, especially when you have two younger siblings like he does, and then living in a house with his mom. It's very, very weird when you're commentating, because you don't know what to fully say. You don't know how the other people in your house are going to react if you're weird or something. I remember when I did my first ever commentary, I was so nervous. Someone was going to call me a freak or something for talking to myself. Or my mom had friends over at the time and they were going to go, well, what is your son doing? Does he have problems? And I really was that scared about doing YouTube commentaries for that reason. But I found an idea that if you do them, not saying don't do this, don't do it to piss off your mom, unless you don't go to sleep until this late, do it while everyone else in your house goes to bed. I'm doing this exactly at 1:05, but that's because I am on spring break as of today, or as of yesterday, if you want to count it, because it's 1:05 a.m. But it really does help if you do it later at night when there's not that much noise, going on. Or if you get home, like I do, I get home around 2, and my mom doesn't come home until 5. She doesn't come home till, and I can basically do a commentary then with the gameplay I got the other night, or get a quick gameplay, make a commentary, and post it. Or I can get gameplays all day and then make a commentary for it at night, and then when I get home I do commentaries again. That's usually what I do. I usually get a lot of gameplays, post commentaries at night for the first one, and then the other ones I go and do that day after I upload that gameplay. That's basically what I'm saying here. It gets very hard. Sorry, I have like a tickle in my throat or whatever you want to call it, like scratchiness or something. But that does help if you do it later at night when no one's really making noise. Hope those tips really do help you guys, because this is the end of the commentary. I'll see y'all later. Peace.